100% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Speaking of which, college basketball has never been better right now.
People are saying it's one of the best seasons in college basketball history.
That's the chatter
online.
I can't remember one. I'm trying to think back of, like, there was always great teams where you could get behind a Duke or a North Carolina or a Grandmama or some weird team. UConn is hard to love.
Yeah. They're not even ranked anymore. By the way, tell your children about unranked Kansas. It's a great week in college basketball.
Finally.
Unranked Kansas Jayhawks.
How long has that been?
This broke a streak of 80 weeks, I think, or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But SEC is dominant.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, it seems like. Is there a bad team in there?
South Carolina and LSU are the two bad teams.
Okay.
Everyone else, like if Georgia and Vanderbilt and Texas played in different conferences, they would be in the tournament, no problems.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Georgia could get to 19 wins, but they're going to be like 5-10 or 6-10 best case scenario in conference. There's no way they make the tournament. Right?
I've read that, from what I've heard and read, that you probably need 7 conference wins in the SEC to get in. That would put you under 500, but it would get you in.
Wait, repeat that one more time. 7
in conference.
Right.
So it would be 7-10 or 7-11, 7-11 in conference.
That is super rare.
It is, but those 7 wins are probably insane for the most part. And also, as long as you're non-con, you have played a good non-con, you should be fine. So Georgia would be like a regular season, 19-win team.
Georgia is 12-1 out of conference.
Yeah.
But in conference, they are 4-10 right now. Now they've got 4 only SEC games left. Vanderbilt, South Carolina, is Tennessee one of them? No, Texas and Florida. They're not going to win 3 of those, I don't think.
Is Florida in Georgia?
Yes.
Okay. That's a bit. That's a circle the calendar game.
That game is tomorrow night, so we'll see. If they don't win tomorrow night, then they're not gonna sweep fucking at Texas, at South Carolina. They'll probably beat South Carolina, but they're not gonna sweep.
They could beat Texas.
No, they're not.
Texas is tough.
They're not gonna win at Texas.
They need a marquee win, another marquee win. They have good wins.
I mean, that would be it. Even beating Florida at home would be a good marquee win.
Oh yeah,
Florida's what, 3rd right now? I think?
Yeah, they're ranked 3rd. They somehow dropped a spot in the ring for some reason, but whatever. Shit fluctuates.
Well, they only beat LSU by 14, so.
Yeah. But yeah. So teams like Georgia are looking to get, and by the way, Georgia will then look to stack a win or 2 in the SEC tournament and get them over 20 wins and probably in a good spot.
We're in the bubble 2 weeks right now, and to some degree, right?
Yeah.
Because regardless of what happens in the conference championships, if you limp in with like a 5-10, 5-12 record in conference, you're not making the tournament. So you got to make up some ground now, and then at least win a game or 2 in the tournament. I'm also seeing Duke climb, not necessarily the rankings, but they're climbing the fucking betting charts right now. They're now 2nd favorite to win the title.
Yeah.
Which they were like 6th last week.
Well, they blew the fucking doors off of Illinois this weekend in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but that's neutral court.
Yeah. Well,
but by 50.
No, I get it, but
50 points.
There's no functional difference in a basketball blowout between 25 and 50, in my opinion.
That's fair. At some point, it just, yeah.
Because at some point, you're just like, fuck this, I'm not going to do this anymore. Now, they did beat them by 18 or 17 in the first half. 17 and a half is a big boy fucking number.
Yeah.
In the first half. So they definitely dominated. I'm not trying to steal any thunder or anything, but I wouldn't read too much into that 50 part.
But here's what I loved about the weekend, and I've been sick, so I haven't been able to get out of bed for most of the goddamn weekend here. Michigan State, Michigan was on Friday nights.
Great game.
A great game, and it was on Fox. And it was like, okay, great, dude. Like this fucking rocks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in.
And by the way, Dan, are you in on Michigan State yet? A huge road win.
That's
at
a big
Michigan?
upset.
I'm in
am.
on nobody
I am.
from the Big Ten. The Big Ten sucks.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'll sell any team from the Big Ten. Maybe Wisconsin excluded.
Yeah,
I think Michigan State and Wisconsin can make a deep run. Izzo always does, dude. He'll always go to the Elite Eight or the Final Four.
Doesn't though.
And by the way,
He'll get bounced in like the round of 32 a lot.
we talked about them last week, but Maryland also a Big Ten team.
You like Maryland?
Yeah.
I do
get
like
it,
Maryland, yeah.
Yeah. And then Saturday's games, bangers across the board, dude. That Georgia's good. They're a good basketball
Georgia is
team.
really good. Georgia is extremely underrated because of the conference that they play in. Like I said, if they played in the ACC, we wouldn't have any questions about them being a tournament team.
No, but they gave Auburn a fight. Auburn is still fucking great. Because even games like this will prepare them for the tournament, which it'll probably just come down to a lot of SEC teams at the end.
They're going to beat each other up. No.
The SEC conference tournament is going to be very fun to watch.
That's going to be very
Like,
fun to
you can't-
watch. And then
but-
all of them going into the tournament.
But also the winning the tournament, I don't know if anybody's going to care about it because you can't take a fucking day off and win that tournament, right?
no.
Like there's no easy path in that tournament. No matter how it's seeded, doesn't fucking matter. You're going to end up playing at least two teams that can legit beat you.
It might
oh, yeah.
even behoove you just to lose the first game.
Depending on who you are, yeah. Actually, what's fun about the SEC tournament in particular, and that more so than other tournaments, because the other tournaments will matter a little bit in the later rounds. But like for the SEC tournament, those first two rounds are going to be more important for the tournament than Auburn playing Florida in the semifinal.
Right.
That's just almost for fun. Like
Yeah.
they're
Sure.
both in
I like that the Big Ten's not even inviting all the teams from the Big Ten.
to the tournament.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because there's
you don't qualify if you
there
get.
are teams that aren't going to qualify for the
Yeah,
Big
that's
Ten.
Yeah, they
funny.
never do.
Well,
they just changed that.
The conferences are getting bigger.
Yeah,
They're all approaching. The major ones are all approaching 20 members at this point, and you can't have 20 people.
Good.
in
So
the
like a
fucking
Penn
tournament.
State isn't going to make the
No.
Big Ten tournament.
No,
Well, I mean,
senior
why
guy.
not?
No, they're wrestling right now. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
wrestling season at Penn State. Nobody gives a
Correct.
fuck about basketball there.
Well,
Yeah.
they had a promising start. It was just kind of, yeah.
Penn State
Yeah.
will never be good at basketball because it's wrestling season up there.
yeah.
But all these games are fucking dope. Before you keep going, I just want to say, if you are watching college basketball right now, there's a lot of fun, high-ranked games. Houston plays at Texas Tech tonight. I will be glued to that as I get
Same.
very drunk for my birthday.
Yeah.
And my
Happy
wife is
birthday,
like, you
Bob.
don't want to hang out? And I'm like, Texas Tech and Houston. But
Huge Big 12 implications.
But
also, we got to say Saturday. Arizona got boned.
we'll get to that.
We'll
But
get
here's,
to it.
here's the thing that is really fun is the lower games that are the bubble games because Tech and Houston are in, right? Houston's kind of playing for a 1 seed. Tech is playing for like a 2 to a 3 seed. That's really more interesting for the Tech and Houston fans. But if you want to watch desperate, fun fucking basketball, look up who the bubble teams are and watch them play each other or watch them play like BYU playing at Arizona in a game they fucking needed
BYU's
and got handed
ranked
by the
now.
Big 12.
Yeah.
Dude, the bubble games are the most fucking fun right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the first round of the SEC tournament is going to be really interesting because they have 1 through 4 gets 2 byes.
Yeah.
They go all the way to the quarterfinals, and then 5 through 8 get 1 bye. They're all the way into the second round. So 9, 10 are the top 2 ranks that show up in the first round. Those are the 2 highest ranking teams of the first round, and it's Kentucky and Vanderbilt, both of whom are pretty fucking good basketball teams. But are they gonna win that game and then beat Alabama or beat Florida or beat Auburn in the third round? Right? No, probably not.
No.
So, how hard are you trying in that first game?
So,
and because it's back to back, and then
Kentucky's
you get
fine.
1 day off.
Yeah,
Right.
Kentucky's fine. Kentucky will be okay. Vanderbilt, though, needs to win their first round game.
They gotta win.
Maybe needs to win their second round game.
Yep.
Definitely needs to win their second round game to not be worried on selection.
So these games are the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, and then the 16th. That's
Yeah.
5 fucking games.
That's fine.
If you're a low seed team and you end up it's not likely to happen, obviously. That's why they do it this way. But if you're a low seed team, if you're Vanderbilt, even winning all those games, all you're going to do is go lose in the first round of the fucking the NCAA championship, right?
My
There's
favorite,
no way you can keep up with that.
my favorite conference tournaments, though, are the one-bid leagues. Because you can win your conference regular season.
It's a
doesn't
death
matter.
match.
You
It's a
have
literal
to
death
win
match,
the tournament
yeah.
to get in.
Yeah.
Like the Sun Belt, I like how they formatted it.
Yeah.
The Fun Belt, I think the top 4 seeds are getting like 4 or 5 buys.
Yeah, Dan, look up the Sun Belt bracket. So the top 2 seeds are all the way to the semifinals. They start in the semifinals. The next 2 seeds start
Rightfully
in,
so,
in the
though.
quarters, and then it's literally it's 2. The bracket is just 2 lines. Yeah, those are fun. There's one in St. Louis every year called Arch Madness. I think that's the Missouri Valley Conference, which is a fun, really fun tournament, conference tournament that they do.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, Sun Belt rules.
So the 1 and 2 seeds skip to the 1, 2, 3,
semis.
4, 5, 6th round, the semifinals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, the quarterfinals.
No, it's semis.
No, because that's right. Yeah, you're right. No, that's quarters because this is the semis right here. So they get all the way. They have to win 3
You're
games.
reading it wrong. That's the literal championship game, so it's the semis.
This is winner of game 9 versus number 1 seed. This is game 9.
It's a sweet bracket.
Then they have
I
to
think
win this game, and then this is the championship game.
I
right?
think more
Oh, I see what you're saying,
mid-major
yeah.
conferences should do it like that.
So who's in the Sun Belt that's going to be 1 and 2 seeds?
I don't know what the Sun Belt standings are right now. It's actually not a bad conference from what I remember.
Well, who's their top ranked team?
Fuck if I know off the top of my head, dude.
They don't have anybody in the what do you call it?
The rankings.
No, they got no one in the AP.
You guys
right
have
now.
no love for the Fun Belt. You don't know who's number 1 there.
I know.
Well, hold on,
You
we'll
guys
look.
host a college basketball show, and you don't know about the Fun Belt.
We're more Sun Belt boys for football.
Yeah, sounds like it, dude.
James Madison.
Okay, James.
JMU.
Wait, are they ranked?
When in doubt,
They're not.
just- when
I
in
think they're
doubt,
getting
just
votes,
assume
though.
James Madison.
Yeah,
They
Why not?
definitely got votes last week. So James Madison and Arkansas State are getting buys all the way to the end. They only got to win 2 games to win that tournament. And
'Cause
the
it's a
winner of that
one-bid league.
tournament's the only one getting in.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, the absolute only one.
That's it.
Yeah. This is just straight up. Everyone is playing for their fucking lives right now.
And it's a blast, man. And again, going back to just sitting in bed and watching it on Saturday, Kentucky, Alabama, 17 versus 4, boom. Duke, Illinois, boom. Iowa State, Houston, boom. That Houston team, my God, man, it's the defense, and that's why we do it every year with this fucking team, dude.
I
It's
love
the
them.
defense.
I
They
love them.
stink.
I
They're
love Houston.
Number 1 defense in the
By the way,
entire nation.
Yeah, but
They're
here's,
awesome.
here's what happens. Somewhere in the 2nd or 3rd round of the NCAA tournament, they get into foul trouble early, and their whole game plan goes out the fucking window, and it's over for them.
So this Houston team is fun for one extra specific reason, and that is normally they have a tough time playing their way out of holes. This Houston team is a top, I think, 5 3-point shooting team in the country. So they can fire back if they need to.
Same thing with Alabama, but Alabama is a better team than Houston, I think. Right?
Potentially, their defense kind of stinks.
Yeah, their defense is not as good. but
That would
they're-
be a really fun matchup.
Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama versus Houston would be a blast.
Well, Alabama's leading the league or leading the NCAA in scoring, I think, for D1 teams.
I wouldn't surprise
I think
me.
it's like 90.1 a game or some shit like that.
Their offense is goddamn insane.
Yeah, but they're also shooting like 42% from 3. There's no way that holds up in a playoff situation. Nobody. I would have to look into the stats.
get
here.
hot.
I would have to look into the stats, but over the course of a protracted playoff season, I don't think anybody's 3-point shooting goes
That's what
up.
Alabama does, though.
I will say this.
they always do it, yeah.
They made a Final Four last year.
Yeah.
Alabama did. And Sears, their I believe their point guard, is he is the exact type of dude you see take over March, like a short guy who is stout and can get to the rim, but also absolutely drills threes.
Guards matter.
Yeah.
In March.
Sears,
guards
Sears
matter.
might be the best guard in the country.
Well, he scored 24 in that game, that Final Four game against UConn last year, and UConn was too tough.
Yeah,
They weren't
UConn was
doing
too good.
about that.
But back to Saturday here. Dude, you had Iowa State, Houston, and then that was a 5-8 matchup. Tennessee, Texas A&M has a 6-7 matchup there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just all day long. Even the Oregon fucking Wisconsin game.
What a win for Oregon.
Holy shit, dude. And they needed it.
Yeah.
Mizzou goes on the
that's-
road to Arkansas.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked about that.
That's
it was
my Big Ten team, though, is Oregon. I keep forgetting they're in the fucking
yeah, dude. Yeah. So that's another Big Ten team that'll
I
make
hate
it.
conference realignment.
Well, sorry. And then Missouri versus Arkansas.
Arkansas got a huge win that they needed.
But we said, dude, that's a hard, like, going to Arkansas is not easy, man.
Well, especially it was a desperate team too. Like they needed a big win, so now they got a top 15 win. Missouri actually moved up in the rankings this week because they beat Alabama earlier in the week. But yeah, Arkansas now. I want to say they were Lenardi's last 4 in or last 4 buys. Arkansas is probably a little safer right now. They definitely can't shit the bed, but I think
they don't want to leave out Calipari, I think.
Yeah, probably not. But as long Arkansas is in a position now, that's why these games matter and they're so huge. Because Arkansas is in a position now where they can kind of just hold serve.
Lenardi also has too much power. He created Bracketology. He teaches a class at Villanova. I'm not a fan of Lenardi.
He doesn't miss, though.
He doesn't miss because the committee just goes off what he puts out.
Well,
now they do their own thing. Now they have their own CFP where the NCAA announces their top 16 every Sunday or something.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What about
It's just a cash
They're
grab.
slaves to his algorithm.
Yeah, I guess so. But Vandy beat Old Miss.
Tennessee beat A&M at A&M?
Yeah, another huge.
Which is, by the way, that's even though Tennessee's higher ranked, that's an upset. And
Yeah.
in that fucking conference, that's an upset, right?
A road game. People, if you are college football brain mind, road games are really fucking hard in college football. They are fucking impossible in college basketball. It is insane to win on the road against a even competent team.
Different backgrounds.
Yeah.
From the hoop, you're not used to it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, like,
It fucks with
Yeah,
your
the
brain.
depth perception gets all fucked up.
Yeah.
The most impressive upset is probably Oregon going into Wisconsin. 'Cause
Yes.
that's a tougher game in my
Huge.
opinion. Like there's more distance talent-wise between those two teams than between A&M and Tennessee.
Oregon's talented.
actually,
No, I'm
I
not
think-
saying they're not. I'm
they're-
just saying the
they've
way they played
underachieved.
this year, it's fucking. There's a divide.
Yeah. I agree. In terms of what they've actually done on the court, there's a pretty big divide actually because Wisconsin is red hot right
And
now.
the ACC just sucks now.
It does.
It
I mean, it's like Clemson's they've got that center that
Duke
plays
is
really
good.
well, and they've got one guard that's pretty good, but that's pretty much it.
Duke
Yeah.
is good.
Duke is good, yeah. Duke is
great.
actually good.
And Louisville's good too.
Yeah, Louisville's good.
SMU took a huge blow to their tournament chances this week, getting fucking thrashed at home by
yeah,
Clemson.
they got fucked up.
Then you rolled into Sunday's games. UConn got stomped by St. John's at Madison Square Garden.
Pitino, dude.
Pitino, dude. It's I'm telling you, that was my sprinkle, and I'm going with
Has
it.
St. John's ever been a top 10 team before?
Yeah. They're a
Wait.
storied franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the last 20
It's been a
years?
while, yeah.
It's been a while. I think since the 80s or 90s.
Didn't what's that?
Big East used to be
what-
dominant.
their
They were
old
in the
co-
Big East.
Then
back
they
then.
had a coach that was a black dude back in the day.
Well, they had Mike
Fuck was his
Anderson
name?
recently.
No, I'm talking about like in the 80s.
Yeah.
What the fuck was his name? I'll have to look. John.
But yeah, St. John's is a good historical program. For
Oh,
sure.
yeah, dude. And they play in Madison Square Garden. Like, dude, it's a fun place to play. Then Indiana beat Purdue. Like, that was on right afterwards.
In-state
And you were just
rivalry.
like, shit, dude. And it's
Indiana
fun.
also disowned Kanye.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about it on the college basketball show last week. There's been some drama with these Indiana uniforms that Adidas made for them because they're an Adidas school, and they out of nowhere said that they weren't going to wear these special uniforms that were designed by Adidas's owner. There was word on the street from some IU reporters that it was because of Kanye, because he's like boys with Kanye. That was immediately not agreed with by Indiana. They were just like, we're just not wearing them. And they've never said why since then.
Okay.
They're wearing their normal Adidas uniforms. This specific uniform called the Fear of God line.
That Kanye designed.
No, Kanye didn't design it. The
sure?
the owner of Adidas designed it.
Who's boys with Kanye?
And who was boys with Kanye. But maybe it sounds like something Kanye would do. Fear of God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like a headline, like Kanye.
Because they're still using his designs for a lot of their shit,
Yeah.
including a lot of their shoes. And then, like tonight, on these Monday night games, you got Houston, Texas Tech, like we were talking about.
Big game.
Who do you bet on that one? On
take
my
the home
bookie,
team.
it says 1.5 here
Home-
for
take the home
Houston.
team.
Give me Tech.
Take the home team.
Really?
Yep. I love Houston. I'll be rooting for Houston. My stepfather-in-law he played football at Houston, but Tech is probably who I would bet for sure.
All right.
Even just by the half point.
I watched them on Saturday, and the defense was just nasty, dude. I'm going Houston. It's a hard team to play. It's a really hard
Travels.
team to play.
And this Michigan-Nebraska game, by the way, quick turnaround. What's the line on that?
1.5 for Michigan.
Okay, I love
At
Nebraska. Love Nebraska there. They're probably a tournament team. They should be in.
Nebraska at home? Yeah.
Yeah, but they're playing to make sure they're in. This win would probably take a lot of pressure off of them. So I love Nebraska as a home dog there.
Little Tech Nebraska parlay.
Yeah. Plus, quick turnaround for Michigan.
Yeah. They just played on Friday night.
And
so
an emotional loss.
well, that's their rival in basketball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a big game, which is why I turned it on. Like, rivalries still matter to me, at least. And so, yeah, I flipped it on, man, just out of curiosity.
This is what I'm saying about college football is that the college basketball rivalries are not diminished by the fact that your season isn't made or broken from that game, aside from pride.
No, there's 30 games.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. Like, you're just trying to get into the tournament. It's more like hockey, in my opinion. You're just trying to get in.
Yeah.
And then whatever the fuck happens can happen.
Get to the
fuck.
fucking
Although
dance.
North Carolina ended Coach K's career, that was probably bigger than the national championship.
You're still talking about that.
Yeah, he still is. He still is, man. And
But you were always like Eric Church is a fool for seeing that.
the
It's
church curse.
like, he
Church
did
curse.
the right thing.
Okay.
He did the right thing.
Yeah.
I would have rather seen Coach K's last game if he was my rival and we stomped him than winning.
That's bigger because you won the rivalry.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a hit song since. Just saying.
I'm just saying,
He
you
didn't
watch your
have a
team.
hit song ever.
He did.
You watch your team win the whole rivalry because there's no coming back from that for Duke. Duke could go on a three-peat right now, starting right now.
Doesn't matter.
And I wouldn't care.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's Shire. That's
Yeah,
not Coach K.
yeah.
It's a new coach there and a new season. And then, you know, obviously we'll switch over to the NFL here. You're wearing that hat today.
What about it? No,
The
just
Eagles.
feel like wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like a week ago, dude.
Yeah.
Ah.
Now, today, though, top story, they're not going to the White House. They've said no. Apparently, the players got together and said no to the Trump administration and that they hate President Trump. So
I guess.
that's a weird one to me.
Let the Chiefs go then.
Yeah. Well, they didn't win, unfortunately. So, yeah. We're still doing that, huh? We're still saying no to the White House, I
I
guess.
don't know who speaks for the team. Like who makes that call?
That's what I wanted to ask
I
you.
don't know.
You're the Eagles guy. Who does that?
Fuck if I know.
Well,
Was it Cooper DeJean, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely Coop.
Yeah.
It's obviously it was the players who got together and they said, "Hey, man, we're not doing this." And
What if they just want to enjoy their off season?
wild.
Like they
Yeah,
just-
when the president invites you to the White House, you go to the White House.
That's it.
it doesn't
no
matter
matter
who
what.
the president is. You
No.
should,
Correct.
You should shake his
No,
hand.
this
Yeah.
is a bunch of cunt bullshit, to be honest.
But who speaks for the team? I don't understand. Like who makes that call?
The players said they made the call.
owns
Who
it?
are the players though? Like who?
Like the captains or something like that?
I don't know.
Or
who are
like
the,
a
who are
team
the
vote?
captains?
'Cause
Jalen Hurts and somebody else.
I'm sure there are a lot of players that
Dude,
were
I can't
still, like-
imagine Hurts isn't conservative. Hurts, from everything I've heard,
Based on his haircut, he looks like he would be.
he's a Southern.
And he's from Alabama.
Alabama,
He's Bama.
Oklahoma. Like,
Christian, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
all the
imagine
things.
Hurts isn't the one making this call.
It's a weird one.
Who
to me.
owns the Eagles?
Jeffrey Lurie.
What's his deal? I don't even fucking
Yeah,
know.
it might have been his call. Actually. It's probably the owner's call. Yeah.
If
Yes.
if the owner of the team told me not to go to the White House to celebrate the Super Bowl, I told him to suck my dick.
Same. Because
Like,
I
fuck
went to
you.
meet Biden. Like, dude, it's the president of the United States.
If
Like,
I was to
I'm
guess,
doing it.
he's like the only giant liberal I can think of. Like Lurie's definitely lib.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because-
our whole thing is our stadium's just like the most green arena in sports.
Oh,
Yeah.
in more ways than one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because this will lead into another Philly story here. There's an unidentified NFL team that just submitted a proposal to ban the tush push. Why go unidentified? I guess.
Just stop it, dude.
Is it? I think it's probably the Giants or the Cowboys. Is my guess. It's got to be an in-division rival. One would say. I think. Has to, right?
No. Could
You
be
play them
anyone.
twice a year. How many times did the tush push come in? Like besides,
Didn't work for the Bills.
did it not?
No,
Bills
They got
stopped.
stuffed.
they got stuffed.
Yeah.
No shit.
Stop it. That's how you beat it.
Let's see. It's the way they deemed it, the tush push. It's on our agenda. The club proposal is we need to make some adjustments to that. Is that a viable football play?
Yeah,
What
it's
do you
like the
guys say?
most football play ever.
It's like the first football play.
Yeah.
Ever, yeah.
It's just how they used to gain yards in football.
Yeah.
It's like an original football.
Like OG football. Yes.
Before the tush push existed before the forward pass did.
So I don't have a problem with it.
No.
Stop it. Like,
Yeah, stop
it's- This was the old school like leather helmets play. Like,
Yeah.
so what's the fucking
I don't get it.
what's the uphill? So nobody else can do it. So if Josh Allen couldn't do it, he's the the MVP,
Maybe it's a skill set.
yeah, then fuck off. Like, I don't really understand it, but my guess is it's got to be. Oh, never mind. They're saying it might be the Commanders, the Redskins. They're in conference as well.
I was gonna say who got fucked by it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, like we won by a billion.
I'm just saying, who thinks?
But
they
a
got
guy
fucked?
got flagged 3 times on the same fucking
That was
play.
funny.
Who think?
I
yeah.
agree, but like
Well, so the
somebody did it.
Speaking of the Redskins, they're trying to trade for Myles Garrett right now,
Really?
and they're also trying to trade. They're also trying to get Cooper Kupp. They're trying to get both of those guys right now.
That would be fun,
Better,
dude.
because if you don't, we might.
What,
No.
Cooper?
No, Miles Garrett.
Oh my
Scary, yeah.
god!
Yeah, you got to
Defense
that's the thing now because the NFL salary cap's going up by 22 mil going into next year, right? Now some of that's already been allotted because they expected the salary cap bump. I think the Eagles only have 3 mil actually on theirs right now. We'll see how it adjusts once the final numbers come out and they shed players and all this other bullshit.
Howie Roseman will figure a way.
He'll
to
figure a
get
way,
those
yeah,
guys
and
on
that's
the
the thing. It happened between the Braves and Mets, between the Yankees and Red Sox, and then the Dodgers as well for years, where you would sign a guy just so the other guy couldn't fucking get him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're getting to that point now with the salary caps and stuff like that are not real. They're not real. And NFL also is in a boom period. So the salary cap is going to rise every 1 to 3 years for the next 10 years probably because it's the only thing on television that anybody's watching anymore.
So 22 million, it rose. So yeah. If you're out there and you watch Hard Knocks last year, the Eagles will figure out a fucking way to get Myles Garrett.
What they're gonna try to do is to get any of their vets that are on big contracts to try to fucking restructure and defer a little bit, and they're gonna fucking fold that money back in. They may lose some dead cap stuff on the back end, but they're gonna try to spend money now and win another 1 or 2 championships in the next 5 years. That's what they should do.
Are you looking it up right now, Delco?
Oh,
No, he was looking at Grinder.
Yeah, you're on camera. You know that, right?
I was on the chat. I was seeing what they were saying.
Oh,
I was
gotcha,
seeing if they
gotcha.
like throw it in.
Yeah.
If they're like telling us.
What do they say?
They're not saying anything.
Fuck
Okay.
them.
Fuck the chat
Fuck
today.
the goddamn
All right, if you're not going to
fans.
say it, you're not
Trying to
going to say
engage with
it.
the chat.
No,
No,
we're
no,
just
it's
we're on a
fine.
17-second delay or so, probably more like 40.
40,
actually.
I think. Yeah, 40 seconds. But, man, if they got Myles Garrett, that's just an unstoppable team
That's
at that point,
unfair,
dude.
yeah.
It's, I mean, good for you guys, obviously.
Yeah, but you can't if you're the Cowboys, who by the way they have to re-sign Michael Parsons right now, so they got to prioritize that. But you can't go another season without signing an actual free agent and not just giving more money to the guys who lost for you last year.
Right.
One.
Yeah.
If you're the fucking Redskins and you want to be competitive into next year, you can't do that. And then if you're any other team,
Cowboys are toast.
They're toast, man.
it's not looking good for them. But if you're any other team, especially in the NFC, you've got to make a move on that. You cannot allow the Eagles to get better without forcing them to spend a fuckload of money at least to do it.
Right.
Right. You at least have to do that. Now with Myles Garrett, it's a trade, so that won't matter so much. They're going to try to offset salary. They're going to try to trade some veterans on an expiring contract or something like that over there, and then a draft pick, a 2nd or 3rd round for him. Probably that's what I would do. But for Kupp, you can't let him go to the fucking anywhere that's in your fucking
Kupp with Jaden Daniels?
at least in your fucking division. You can't let him go. anywhere.
Cup's gonna wash, bro.
I don't think so.
He would be their 3rd.
I think he's good.
Cup with a
second
possession receiver like that with a dude who just keeps plays going is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have him than A.J. Brown if I was the Eagles.
Fuck no, dude. He's underrated explosive. It's gone though. Like he's been injured too much.
Yeah, but he's
getting older.
he's Mike Evans now, basically, right?
He can catch
who
the
he's turning
ball.
into.
Who?
He's
Fuck
not a
it.
problem.
Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
No. Cooper Kupp is
Cooper Kupp is on no level, Mike Evans.
No, Cooper Kupp is more like just god tier Wes Welker, Julian Edelman type of situation.
Now you're
Yeah.
just being racist.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
He's
true.
a little bit more athletic than those two.
That's fine. I know. That's why I said god tier.
But
'cause
he's not fucking.
It doesn't matter.
He's
Mike
in the
Evans.
whites
The
category.
hands are still there. The fucking route running is still there. He's not as explosive, but they're not going to need him to break off plays. They need him
that's
to.
what I'm talking about. Fucking, you're not throwing to Mike Evans deep. He's 10 to 15 yards. That's where he makes his fucking money.
And then in the end zone.
Cooper
Yeah.
Kupp right now is like a glorified Thielen.
Oh my god.
Man, dude. That's
Thielen hasn't
crazy.
been good for some time.
Yeah, but I guess Thielen at his peak.
He was good. He was very good at his
Yeah.
peak. I used to draft him every year in fantasy. He
Kupp
was
had
very good.
700 yards in 12 games last year, and he was hurt for half of those games. He's still very good.
The only reason I guess
How
you
old is
wouldn't
he?
get him, he's
31?
31, yeah.
Okay.
The
how
only
many
reason you
surgeries
wouldn't
does
get
he
him
have?
is because of injuries.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
it.
obviously he's got to pass the physical, but I think he's an unrestricted. I think, or he might.
No, they're trading him. So they told him, hey, we're going to trade him. And so they're working on trades now. On the other side of that is Stafford.
Yeah.
So Stafford wants $50 million, he said.
Yeah, it also tells me if McVay thinks he's kind of done, he's probably done.
That's fair, actually.
Maybe. Yeah,
Stafford or Cup?
Or
Cup.
you don't. I mean,
Okay.
or you don't want to. If you're trying to rebuild a team, which they need to some degree, you can't afford to pay. Like to your point, he's certainly lost a step from his peak. He's 31 years old, right?
Yeah.
But you can't pay $20 million a year for that guy. It can't happen.
No.
Right? But that's what he's going to want to stay in LA, especially.
I wish the Falcons would have reached out to Stafford over fucking Cousins. I mean,
They still can.
Year too soon, yeah.
They can cut him.
Well, they're going to trade him allegedly, but
We're on to the
who's going to
Phoenix.
take the trade?
I don't think. My understanding is that Stafford is not staying in LA. That's what everybody's saying right now. That he's gone.
Well, apparently, what the franchise said is you and your agents are allowed to go around the league, gauge the interest in the number, and then come back to us. Right now, that number is 50.
If I'm
However, he said he'll take a home down discount because he wants to stay in LA.
If I was Minnesota, I would offer him the full 50 right now.
Stafford to the Jets.
No, he wouldn't take that job.
I wouldn't take it.
But
Yeah,
if I'm
Minnesota,
if I'm Matt Stafford, I take it from Minnesota, and from Minnesota, I absolutely sign him.
Give JJ a year to recover.
Yep.
I agree.
1 year to recover,
Yep.
and the two potentially best wide receiver duo there is in the NFL with Addison and
And they still have
Justin Jefferson.
they still have what's his name at running back from Green Bay.
Now that's a
fucking
fucking skull team I could
Yep.
get behind with,
Yep.
with Stafford.
You know
for
what's
sure.
gross? You know what? He probably just wants to go to Nashville, become a Titan.
no one.
Ew.
wants that.
Him
No
and his
one-
Who's he
wife-
going to throw to
Just
himself?
it doesn't matter. Him and his wife just want to live in Nashville.
All right, let's get real weird with it then.
Yeah.
Let's just say fuck it. Let's just say
New Orleans.
no.
Well,
Matt's from Dallas.
go to
He's coming
go to the
home.
Cowboys.
Coming home.
You'd have to figure out a way to get rid of Dak.
Yeah.
Because that's another 50.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can do it.
And he's under contract for what, 2 more years? I
See
think?
if you can trade
Yeah.
Dak somewhere. Maybe do
You could
Atlanta.
definitely trade Dak anywhere.
Yeah.
People would take him. He's
Atlanta's
a
dumb enough.
good Dak. Whatever you want to say about him, he's a top 10 statistical quarterback in
Yes.
the league. He just can't
Yeah,
win when it matters.
he will-
So if you're a team that knows you're going to be competitive but not for a Super Bowl, then sign Dak Prescott for sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
You can trade him.
Or honestly,
Man.
maybe Minnesota sees what Dak can do with their receivers. Again,
I mean, yeah, he could throw it 15 yards over the top of their
Do they
heads.
believe in JJ though?
Yes, I think JJ's going
wouldn't-
to be a good quarterback.
I do
but he
too,
needs,
but I don't
he
think-
needs at least 2 more years.
you
probably.
can't put him in the fire
Why?
off the surgery. I don't think.
Why?
I would.
Was he not ready?
No.
He needs
old.
a little more time.
Very rarely is a fucking first-year quarterback ready.
He's old though.
Well,
You know what? Aaron Rodgers didn't start until he was like
It's
fucking
not-
25.
yeah,
Isn't
it's not
the
about
point
the-
of having a rookie quarterback or having a quarterback on a rookie deal?
Yeah, I get that, but he tore
That's
his
that's
fucking
new
ACL.
though. That's a new part of the NFL.
Maybe
That's
he
not always
stinks.
been the case.
He doesn't stink.
Maybe he stinks.
who?
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, look, there's a very real possibility. I've never been high on him at all. And, like,
He's got the
if
tools.
he didn't have those plays,
No, he's
What
that's
plays?
not it. He's
Come
got
Stallions.
he's got the tools for it. It's a matter of whether or not he can adjust to the speed of the NFL or not. That's what'll be the determining factor. This like any of those guys that get drafted have the skill to do it to some degree, but it's about this difference in speed from college to the NFL. It's also that on the best play a college defense makes, that's every single play in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't need my quarterback grounding himself before a game and meditating on the field. Just don't need that.
Yeah, you don't want another Aaron Rodgers situation.
You sure
It
don't.
starts with light meditation.
Yeah.
It ends with
He's got a Pilates machine out there. You're like,
yeah,
dude, you got to get the fuck
crystal
out of here.
suppositories and all kinds of fun things.
Exactly. We're going to talk about QBs right after the sponsors here real quick because I heard something interesting this morning. I wanted to get your take on it because it seems wild to me, but hey. First up is mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. If you lose, like I did for USA Canada, they give you a rake back on that. I think I got $42. I lost like $500 on that USA Canada game, and they gave me $42 back, so that was nice. Thank you, my bookie. I appreciate it. But they do cool shit like that all the time. College basketball is in fucking full swing, as we talked about at the top of the show, man. If you're betting on, I'm betting on tonight's games. It's going to be fun as shit, dude. And this is probably the greatest year I've ever seen in college basketball as far as so many different teams being so good in 1 year. Great time to bet on it. And if you believe in one of these teams, like a St. John's, dude, throw in a flyer right now. Championship odds are up. You guys do the blackjack show.
St. John's
best
maybe
in the biz.
Final Four, but I don't know about.
You can bet on Final
Yeah,
Four
you
right
get
now
Final
too.
Four odds too. I like Final Four odds better because once you get into the Final Four, it's all a crapshoot,
cash.
but it's really
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Look, however way you guys want to spin it, and then their live casino is fucking rad, dude. You guys do it every single Friday night.
It's a good time.
Been
Yeah.
doing okay.
Yeah,
I think.
hasn't been a bad couple of weeks. Thank God.
I haven't lost my shit yet.
Yeah.
That's good. We lost on golf. I think we had 3 players finish in the top 5.
I don't think anyone won on golf this week. There's no way.
Who ended up winning that? I turned it at the end.
Just generic
Campbell?
man, Brian Campbell, I think. He went to Illinois with Dietrich and Peters, but I've never heard of this man until this
But
week.
I had 2 guys in the top 5, and you did too.
I had Jaeger.
Yeah.
Jaeger honestly should have won. He shot even par on Sunday.
He
If
should have,
If he just
man.
shot 3 under, I think he would have been in the playoff.
Alex Smalley too was up there, and then he shit the bed on one fucking hole. And
But
I was like, my God,
yeah,
dude.
I've never heard of this man Campbell.
I haven't
followed
either.
Golf pretty closely. Never won on the Korn Ferry Tour either. This was a glorified Korn Ferry Tour event.
Yes.
It was not a PGA Tour event. in my
No,
opinion.
it's a dog shit. It's the Mexico Open, dude. It's awful.
This week's
the course is
kinda,
awful.
It's a little better, but it's not much better.
Well, we still bet on it over there. And look, they're fun little lottery tickets. If you had Campbell out there, congratulations.
No one did.
You won.
There's no chance.
$80 million.
I think Vegas cleaned up this week.
Had to have. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Make sure to use that promo code DrinkyBros. Double that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Next up, we got firstform.com/Drinkin Bros. They're right here. Level 1 bars, dude. I know we've been giving them a lot of love. It's because they keep pumping out brand new flavors over there, and each one is better than the last somehow. My God, man. Best in the biz as far as supplement companies go across the board over there. They're a protein company first. Obviously, you see the huge tubs in front of D'Anthony over there. They got magnesium. They got everything. But their level 1 bars are the best there is. 20 grams of protein. It's hard to pick a favorite now. Peanut butter and jelly's one because it's here. But those are now gone because Gary ate them all. And birthday cake was number 1 for me the week before. Jesus Christ. Whoever's doing that, congratulations. You guys are the best there is. Microfactors, already took them on the other show. Takes the guesswork out of vitamins, 30 packages in a box, big 6s in them, CoQ10s, multivitamins, fruits and veggies, EFAs, and what are the colored ones, dude?
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Can I not say it?
I'm the one that says that.
Well, I will.
You're talking about
over
the
here.
gummies?
No, the CoQ10s. That's what I meant.
Oh,
to say.
CoQ10 is for
God
heart health.
Damn it, dude.
And the colored ones.
Well, it's CO. So in my mind,
You guys also want to say that?
it was the colored ones.
Say
you know?
what?
The colored ones?
The colored pills?
Colored ones, yeah.
That's not what I said.
I said
don't know what you meant.
It's the CO, so I call them the colored ones. But
I don't see color. Just
yeah.
like Joel, I'm colorblind.
yeah, good for
but
you guys.
He's not, though. He hates gray people.
He sure does.
Yeah.
He sure does.
Hates the fuck out of them, actually.
But man, dude, everything over there is amazing. And right now, you're getting free shipping on orders over $75 at firstform.com/Drinkin Bros. And that is First Form spelled with a 1. So that is 1STPHORM. Firstform.com/Drinkin Bros. Next up, we got bioproteintech.com. Guys, if you're over 30, you're going to want to hear this. Every year after puberty, well, your fucking testosterone and your HGH levels go down, dude. And it sucks. So if you're one of the guys out there who's having a hard time struggling to see the results at the gym, in the mirror, even in the bedroom, I know most guys are focused on testosterone. That's only 50% of the answer. Without adequate growth hormone and its end results growth factors, you can't even optimally absorb the testosterone you have, no matter if it's synthetic or natural. That's where BioPro Plus comes in. BioPro Plus gives you what you need. And they help give you back those growth factors naturally, giving you HGH-like results with 0 needles, 0 side effects, and 0 doctor visits, all at a fraction of the cost of prescription treatments. I've been using them for over a year. You don't have to get on the phone and fake it to some doctor and be like, hey, man, this will be fucking rad, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do that. This takes the guesswork out of all of that. They've been trusted by physicians since 2009. And yeah, dude, the results can be felt in days instead of months. BioPro Plus is getting real guys, real results really fast. Head on over to bioproteintech.com to learn more or click the link in the bio. The audio description, Bob puts it in there every single time. Promo code Drinkin' Bros gets you $30 off your first order. It's a lot like these microfactors. 30 individual vials. Pop one underneath your tongue in the morning or before night-night, which is what I like to do. I know it says morning on the box, but for whatever reason, it helps me sleep. And then you're good to go. You'll feel a little sting, and you know that it's working. Head on over to bioproteintech.com today to learn more. Last but not least, we got drinkinbrostickets.com. If you want tickets to any of these events, including Final Four, which we'll be at. It's in San Antonio this year, right down the road. You can pop on over there. All the opening round tickets are usually pretty cheap. So if you got kids out there, it's fun to take the kids, man. I took my son 2 out of the last 3 years because they're usually in like Fort Worth or whatever. We went to that Dickies Arena, and it was a fucking blast, man. Got tickets super cheap, and because the teams are so good this year, you're going to be able to see like a fuck ton of great teams, man, throughout the weekend. So we got all those tickets for Final Four and Sweet 16 and the opening tournament games. Got everything. Concerts, monster trucks. Somebody got motocross tickets the other day on there. You name it, we have it. Baseball season is about to kick off as well. We even got spring training games over there. And they're $10 cheaper than StubHub. Head on over to drinkinbrostickets.com. All right, the crazy thing I saw about the ESPN stat regarding the quarterbacks is they said in this year's class, there is no franchise quarterbacks here that are left in free agency. Is that true? Are we saying Russell Wilson is dead, Aaron Rodgers is dead?
Yes.
So
Aaron Rodgers is dead as fuck.
Stafford?
He's not in free agency, I guess, so
Well,
it doesn't count.
They're going to trade him or potentially
And also,
keep him,
he's
I
too old
guess.
to be a franchise quarterback. He could maybe, again, like if he went to Minnesota or something, he could win you a Super Bowl potentially, but like franchise?
Now, here are the top unrestricted free agent quarterbacks. Ready?
Okay.
Sam Darnold. Zach.
All right, so they've got him listed as a capable starter. That's what I think. He's not a franchise guy.
Yeah.
But somebody's going to pay him, right?
Number 2 on the list is Zach Wilson.
Oh, my God.
Number 3 is Trey Lance. Number 4 is Jacoby Brissett. This is by the previous contract they were on.
Zach Wilson just needs the right coach.
No, he doesn't.
Jacoby Brissett, Taylor Heineke, Marcus Mariota, Drew Lock. That's a deal. He's 28, so he's getting a little older.
Heineke was fun for like a season.
Yeah.
He was. I thought he was going to be really good.
You can get Drew Lock for somewhere between $5 and $7 million.
Easily, yes.
Take a flyer on my boy.
I
Take
think
a flyer on my
100%.
baby boy.
I think we can give up on Drew Lock.
To be honest, if I'm the Saints or somebody like that, I 100% sign Drew Lock because you know Derek Carr is going to go down and just let him fucking play and see what happens, right?
I just want him to have one chance.
But there's not anybody really left.
Minshew is on this list. And
Minshew's not a free agent.
They said he could be a possible cap casualty.
Oh, yeah, they may cut him, yeah.
Yeah, so he might be out
How
there.
are you just going to let that kind of talent walk out the door?
If I'm the Falcons, I would rather see him start over Penix. I swear to God.
Why?
I'm dead serious.
Got to give Penix a chance.
I just want to see what would happen because I think the Falcons have a decent team. Minshew, well, the only time he ever played with a decent team was down in Jacksonville. I want to see it. Same way I want to see, what's his nuts, Heineke, just to see what would happen there.
Heineke played quite a bit in Washington.
He was pretty good.
No.
And
If
then
you want to bring Minshew into the Falcons, you might as well give Blake Bortles a call.
I would rather, I don't believe in Penix, and I don't believe in this draft class, so fuck it, man.
I mean, Desmond Ritter's out there.
Yeah,
You can get
We had him. He
you
was
can get
terrible.
him for a cool mill.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, God.
Tommy DeVito, obviously.
But are we saying
Tommy
Rodgers?
DeVito.
Are we saying Rodgers is dead?
Well, he's not a franchise quarterback. You get him for one more year.
He certainly can't rely
He's
on
cut.
He's a rental.
But he's cut.
But you can't build a franchise around him.
You don't think the Vikings could potentially win a Super Bowl with?
Yeah, he has to complete. He's not going to win the Super Bowl, right? So he'll go to the Vikings. He'll complete the Favre, and they'll have bounty gate against Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, something like that. But
With
He'll get
Justin
concussed,
Jefferson,
yeah.
though, and Addison, and if Rodgers actually came back to full health from the, from the Achilles.
Rodgers could win a Super Bowl in Minnesota next year.
Yeah, but the worst kept secret though is even before he got hurt, he wasn't that good at the end.
When?
Like he had that MVP season during COVID, and then the last
the Packers
season before that,
Yeah.
the Packers
he
year.
sucked.
Yeah.
Is that what it is with him?
I don't know.
You might be right. I mean, for real. I remember that season, and they didn't make the playoffs. I think it came down to that Lions game. It was the last game of the year.
I mean, he's old, and he seems like he's pretty fucking mentally checked out. Like, of everything.
Seems like a bad hang.
He seems like the worst fucking hang on earth, yeah. Although, maybe our friend Nikki Howard, who was on RPR the other day, will get to hang out with him at some point.
Yeah.
Probably.
And we can
Brighten up
find
the
out. We can
spirits.
get the
we can
inside
find
scoop.
out.
Yeah.
Flacco's out there.
Dead.
Jimmy
Comeback player of the year.
Garoppolo's dead. Are we saying Jimmy Garoppolo's dead too? I am.
Yeah,
I'm okay
he's
with
dead.
that.
I
He's
think
dead.
he's always been.
He's dead.
Yeah, Drew Lock, Mac Jones, Marcus Mariota, Nick
Mac
Mullins.
Jones is another one I would take a look at if I was someone.
Take a gander.
Yeah, why not?
Well, he played a lot for the Jaguars this year.
He wasn't that bad, right?
He wasn't good.
No, but he's a backup.
Yeah, he'll be in the league.
Andy Dalton's out there.
No, he just signed. He signed
with
a
the
2-year
Panthers.
deal.
Yeah.
He's out.
That's right. Yeah, he did sign.
Jared Stidham.
I'm looking down this list.
Carson Wentz, Jameis Winston.
Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. I don't know if he's going to take your team to the Super Bowl or anything, but he can definitely get you into the playoffs. 100%. If you got a good team, he can get you into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
The rest of the guys on this list, the only one that I would even take it, if even a flyer on, is Drew Lock.
What's weird to me is if Darnold doesn't have that shitty last game in the playoffs, he might have gotten like a $200 million contract.
He's still going to, I think.
I don't think so.
I don't
think
think
he
so.
will.
He's gonna get like a Baker Mayfield deal.
But where? Where is the place, you think? Because reading this list off, there's nobody out there.
He could
I
be
mean,
a
this
Saint.
is-
Darnold to the Saints.
Yeah. What other teams are like close? What teams just need a quarterback that isn't Minnesota? I guess because Minnesota probably doesn't want to give him a multi-year deal
Right.
at that type of money. So like, who's left? Who's out there that needs some
Seattle.
money? Seattle's close. I mean,
Sam
Seattle's-
Darnold is 27,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Like, if he had been in a good situation, this would be his about to be his third year in the league as an actual starter. If he had gone into a good quarterback situation, right?
Bring him back to the Jets.
No, if the Jets offered me whatever to be their quarterback for this year, like, nah,
He
dude,
can start seeing Ghost again.
Yeah, you gotta
yeah.
get the fuck out of there.
No, you can't. It took him years to recover from that bullshit. Sam is good. He's legit. I think he's probably going to resign with Minnesota. There's no better option for them either.
That's what I think too.
It'd be a mistake. They should give him 35, 45 mil for this year and see if he does it again. He's going to be 28 after this season. Give him a fucking 6 year or 4 or 5 year, whatever the fuck it is. Right. Give him one more. To be fair, even to him, maybe it's a 3 year with a fucking out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Into this year. Because you've got JJ waiting in the wings. You don't want to postpone it forever, obviously.
Right.
But also, you did it for 1 year. Do it again the next year, and now we know this guy's figured it out. This is the kind of system he can work well in, and we can afford to pay you $50 million a year.
Darnold feels like a Titan.
Ugh.
Nobody feels like a Titan. That shouldn't be.
no, Darnold
that
does.
franchise
Darnold feels like a Titan.
Darnold feels like a
no,
Titan to me too.
no,
He does.
No, because you remember him from the Jets, which is also a garbage franchise.
No.
No, I can
This
see him in
current-
the uniform.
No.
This current version of Sam Darnold, I could see the Titan uniform, the Titan helmet.
When's the last time a Titan quarterback threw for 4,000 yards?
McNair.
It's Tannehill.
He didn't throw for 4,000.
I bet Tannehill
One,
did.
he had
No way.
one really good year.
Because everyone was for a minute. You know what I mean? It was like the 90s when dudes that had no business being on a baseball field were hitting 45 home runs, and they were still finishing like 8th in the league in home runs.
Yeah.
That was NFL passing.
He got him to the AFC Championship game.
Who?
Tannehill.
Tannehill did.
I know.
The fucking Titans didn't even have 4,000 as a team last year.
No.
God damn it.
Did Tannehill? Tannehill did get 4,000 though once, right?
I'm
Probably.
looking.
I think he did.
It's just the type of thing, like I said, it's like 90s baseball where some random asshole hit like 42 home runs. But you don't even remember it because there were dudes hitting 50 and 60 and 70.
Right.
So
Nope.
That's my guess.
Tannehill never hit 4,000.
Nope. I'm still looking. I'm back to 2016
He
now.
just handed it off to Derrick Henry.
I guess so. Yeah,
Oh,
that makes sense.
Hold on. This is incredible.
It had to be McNair then, right?
McNair wouldn't have. 4,000's a lot for the 90s.
Air McNair.
For the 90s?
The last time they did it as a team was in 2011, and Hasselbeck had 3,500 of those.
Oh my God.
I still
didn't remember he played there.
Yeah.
Gary Collins was on the team.
Oh, jeez.
I'm still.
Dude, Sam Darnold's a Titan for sure.
Yeah, he feels like a Titan to me. He feels like a tighten up type of guy, dude.
I'm back to 2006 and
Vince
still.
Young never did for sure.
No, never.
Did he not have one good year?
No.
And
well,
by the
he
way-
did. He was
Well, he
rookie of the year,
ran.
but he didn't fucking throw the ball.
Okay, I was going to say he ran it a lot.
I don't know that a Titans quarterback has ever thrown for 4,000 yards.
No, Steve McNair, by the way, never cleared 3,400. So
Wow.
Aaron McNair.
Aaron McNair never cleared 3,400.
His different time.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, man. No, because we had the greatest show on turf. Like that.
But that was Kurt Warner was putting up numbers in 1999 that would potentially not catch your eye in 2014. Like it was just
Yeah.
he was doing things that no one else was doing at the time. He was almost like Babe Ruthing it, whereas just like no one else was hitting 60 home runs.
I'm tracking this all the way back to the beginning of this franchise because
Oh, Warren Moon could have with the Oilers.
now we're not counting the Oilers.
No.
But
That would be the only guess I have.
So no one has ever done it on the Titans.
I'm back to 99.
Wow.
Nope.
Well, that's McNair.
Wow, dude, that is shocking.
I can't believe you had to shit on a dead man's grave.
Yeah. Well, he
With
did
your
it to
facts.
himself.
Choose
Yeah.
better.
That's what
women.
happens when you fall asleep in front of your mistress.
It is.
I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
Yeah, you gotta.
I just watched that doc on Netflix too.
It's sad.
It's a weird one, man. Still to this day, it's weird.
You can't pick
It's
a
like-
mistress that cares that much.
My God.
No.
They've never had it, huh?
Back to 93. Nope.
No way.
Or I guess Warren
92.
Moon never did.
Nope. 92.
Even Warren Moon's
Moon
their
had
only hope.
25.
God, that's shocking.
Yep. Warren Moon.
Boom.
Oh, what year?
1991.
There you go.
Was that the first year they were there?
No, that was in Houston.
That was in Houston.
Yeah, this is in Houston.
Oh,
this
so
is
yeah.
Houston
So,
Oilers.
but Tennessee
Never.
Tennessee's never
has
had it.
never
Not-
done it.
Not ever.
Okay.
No.
Because they're not the Oilers either. They're the Titans.
Well,
So-
they get the Oiler stuff.
no,
Yeah.
They
but
get to wear the jerseys.
doesn't count, dude.
No,
Throwbacks.
so Warren Moon had 46-90
Hell yeah.
and 21 interceptions as well. 23 touchdowns, 21 interceptions
He's
that year.
slinging it. He's just slinging
So,
it.
by the way,
it was a Jameis Winston year.
Yeah.
the reason I bring this up is they're now saying because of this shit situation with QBs that are left over that Jackson Dart will definitely get chosen in the top 10.
Yeah, probably.
Good Lord.
Quarterbacks just go early all
Yeah.
the time. They all are overvalued. Teams reach all the time.
Jackson Dart definitely feels like a Texan.
Yeah. Well, no,
no.
not Texan, a Titan.
A Titan.
A Titan,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yes.
a Titan. That's a
CJ
Titan type
Stroud's
pick.
okay.
No, look, Texans are fine.
That's a Titan type of pick for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Plus, not far from where he went to college.
Who's even the coach of the Titans now?
Who cares?
I,
It's Steve Fisher.
I
or
don't
whatever
know.
the
I
fuck
like
his name-
Jeff Fisher.
Jeff, Steve, whatever the fuck.
Did you put some respect on 7-9 Jeff Fisher?
No,
that's the name of that movie is apropos now. Remember the Titans? No, I never do. I never remember any of their players.
27 years of this current iteration of the franchise, not one 4,000. I mean, they got 3,500 is the most. It wasn't even like 3,850 or anything.
right.
I watched that special before the Super Bowl about Kevin Dyson, the 1 yard short thing, and
That was a great game, by the way.
I don't even
was
think you
awesome.
have to move the team, but we need to rename the Titans. They need to go. They
Yeah, it
need
was-
to rebrand.
Yeah, what does that even have to do with Tennessee?
Nothing.
so you know what the fans chose? Remember the fans chose
Bodie McBoatface?
No, remember the fans chose the Yeti for Utah, and it was going to be awesome.
It's going to be.
It should be.
No,
It's
that'll be
not.
their hockey team is going to be the Yeti. They just haven't had time to fucking do all the licensing and shit yet.
Well, I heard
Next year it'll be the
the
Yeti.
other Yeti is bitching about it. So
Yeah, they are.
We'll see.
Yeah, but this happened with the Vegas Golden Knights too. The Army Golden Knights, the parachute team, tried to sue Bob Foley for naming the team the Golden Knights. He's like, "Fuck off."
Well, do you know the Tennessee chose? What the fans chose? It was the tuxedos.
That's gay.
Tennessee tuxedos. Well,
You-
it's denim on denim,
No.
and it would have been fucking hilarious.
I mean, it would have
and
been
they
funny.
said no.
It would have been hilarious, but they would not have sold any of it. Nobody's buying that stupid shit. Only
That'd be
retards
really
like you that
funny,
like
dude.
Gardner Minshew would even think about buying that.
Wrap the whole fucking thing in denim, dude. The helmet.
Just play
denim
in denim.
pads?
Yeah, play in denim. Who cares?
Be awesome,
No, that
dude.
would be terrible.
Be fucking great.
No, this isn't Canada. Fuck
What,
those.
what are you
people.
going to call them? Nashville? Like the Nashville Guitars?
I don't know. Nashville's not good at naming teams. Predators is a stupid name
Birds
too.
and-
I
I
don't
like
know.
the guitars, dude. The guitars would be sweet.
The
Nashville
Predators.
Guitars.
That's a decent name.
The only reason they named it is because when they were, I guess, excavating the hockey arena, they found a saber-toothed tiger skeleton.
cool.
So that's why they did it.
Everybody
Really?
calls them the Preds, anyways.
yeah, they do.
But yeah, it's I don't know. Nashville. Let's see. The baseball team is the Sound, I think.
Yeah, the Nashville sound.
Is there even a sound there? Is it like
music.
the geographical?
It's the music?
It'd be the music, I assume.
Country.
It is.
But you
yes.
need to be, what's their music? So like St. Louis, the
country.
hockey team is the St. Louis Blues because that's a literal song. The St.
Yeah.
Louis
A
Blues.
type of song, yeah.
Yeah. So it is, well, it's both. It's a type of song, but there's also a song
The
called
Utah
St. Louis.
Jazz, everyone relates jazz.
Yeah,
music
yeah,
with
yeah.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah, well, it came from New Orleans, asshole.
Rename the team then.
What's here, let's see. Let's ask Grok what fucking
It would be country music.
Nashville's known for. What is
Country
That's
music.
it.
Country, but is it just country?
Yeah,
It
but
should be-
you have to refine. When it says
Hot
country music,
chicken?
you say what kind of country.
Chicken
That-
tenders
that
tossed in a-
bullshit hot. Yeah, they always push that hot
Yeah,
chicken,
yeah.
which is
It's just
Just
chicken
buffalo
with
sauce.
fucking
Sucks.
Pete or Red Hot. on
yeah,
it.
dude,
Who
it
cares?
sucks. I don't give a shit.
It's just fried chicken
what?
It
fingers.
should really just be, you got to go, you got to lean into like pop country. Because that's really what Nashville is, right? It's like top 40 country.
So the
Yeah.
Nashville homos.
Be great.
That's what that is.
It'd be great, dude.
Just like
just
Keith
call 'em the
Urban on the
Nashville Hot.
helmet. Yeah.
But then
It's
the
just
other
a dude getting butt fucked on the helmet.
That'd be great because we'll do a live draft show too. But the other thing they were talking about was running backs. They think potentially 2 or 3 will be drafted in the first round because there's no free agent running backs this year.
Let's see the top free agent running backs.
That's going to be an overcorrection.
Actually,
for the
Aaron
Saquon.
Jones.
Aaron Jones, his
Dang 'em.
was voided, and then you like
Because of his age or because he fumbled a lot? He got a
no
shit ton of
his
fumbles.
contract. They didn't pick up his contract.
Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley just saved the position of running back.
They did for a long time.
Nick Chubb is an unrestricted free agent coming off injury
wouldn't touch
recovery. He'll probably be better this year.
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris is on there. AJ Dillon's on there. They're okay. Raheem Mostert from the Dolphins has been putting up. But he's 33.
Yeah.
I know.
Every year though, he'll throw you fucking 700 yards. I mean, if you're looking for a secondary, if you're trying to run a 2-back system, then I would pick him up. The problem is he made $4.5 million, I think, last year. There's no way you can get that.
Nick Chubb is 29 and injured. So yeah, I get it, man.
Dobbins is
actually-
out there. He's under 30. Javonte Williams from the Broncos is the only one that's under fucking 27 on this list.
Holy
like
shit.
literally the only one.
God damn.
These are all old running backs in this class.
So yeah, the over under for 2 to 3. If it's 2, if it's 1, they'll usually do 1.5 on my bookie. If it's 1.5, I'll do it then for sure.
Well, if the Vikings aren't going to sign Aaron Jones, and keep in mind he made $7 million last year for a 32-year-old quarterback, next year is too much. There's no way
For a
they're
running
doing
back?
that. Yeah.
Oh no,
Or
shit.
running back. Yeah, he made $7 million last year. That was part of his the old.
It's not a lot of money.
It's not, but if you're going to pay your quarterback $40 million, it is. So they probably draft a running back late in the first round, I would imagine.
I would imagine too, because I think what's his nuts will go really high from Boise State.
Genty, yeah, he'll be a top 5 pick.
Cowboys should fucking get him if they are smart.
Anybody that needs a running back should get him, but I don't think you should draft a running back that's not from a major university in the top 15.
Yeah.
I think that's a mistake.
He kind of reminds me, not that they're similar players, but Jay Ajayi. They went to the same school.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he ran like a duck. So I just can't get that out of my head.
Yeah, but Genty runs well. He's very patient. He's a good
He
running
looks
back.
really good, yeah.
With the right offensive line, that dude's going to do some shit in the NFL.
Fuck
but
yeah.
it's like he's not Derrick Henry. He's not going to create his own shit in the way that Derrick can through brute force or Saquon can through lateral movement. He's not that guy, right? He's more of a I don't know who are the better patient runners. More like an Emmitt Smith, maybe. Not that good, obviously, but that's Emmitt excelled because
Oh, I
he
thought you
had
said
good.
Emmitt Smith wasn't that good. I was about
No,
to,
no, no,
I was about
no,
to
it's-
agree with
no,
you.
no, no.
Yeah.
No, he was the greatest one.
Yeah.
Like,
Stat patter.
yeah,
You're playing too long.
Hey, look,
that's true.
If
He
you're
did
still
that.
playing running back at 38, then you deserve whatever stats you're padding. Because fuck that. I remember in the the second Super Bowl they won, he had a fucking dislocated shoulder, and he was running fake draw plays, and just diving into the crowd. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind.
That's
dude.
how I love to remember Emmitt Smith. It was a Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he had like 3,000-yard seasons with Arizona.
it was weird, man.
Yeah.
He did.
He put up stats.
Yeah, and he
he
never
play with
stopped running
Plummer?
the ball.
What?
Yeah, he played with Jake the Snake.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I would imagine so.
That was his dude back
Let's
in the
look.
day. It was a weird team.
Oh no, he only played 2 seasons with them. The first year he was hurt most of it, but he finished his career in 2004, 35 years old, he had 937 yards on a shitty Arizona Cardinals team.
It's not bad, and that was 16 games too. It wasn't like this year's.
Yeah, he only played 15 of those, so he would have had 1,000 yards if he had played the full season.
Yeah, but either way, we'll do a live draft show for it, and that's always fun. Unless you're a Falcons fan, we'll probably draft a quarterback.
I'm actually looking
Jackson
forward to
Dart.
the draft just because of Atlanta.
I know, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Because it's so unpredictable, you know what I mean? Like most of the stuff that happens on draft night is at least somewhat predictable, at least by position, maybe not player. But when Atlanta comes up, you don't know what's going to happen, dude.
Yeah.
Like you can hear Kuiper in the background. Well, Atlanta really needs defensive end right here, and it's like Atlanta takes a kicker with the 8th pick in the draft. Like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't understand how he's still alive.
Who?
Mel Kiper? It's all that. It's all the shit he puts in his
He
hair.
eats a pumpkin pie every morning for breakfast.
Yeah, yeah.
Pumpkin's good for you.
It
A
is.
whole pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin is good for you.
dude. It's good for you there.
Think it's a
Indians owner just died, by the way. Dolan, 94.
So one
How'd he go?
slice. Oh, here's a whole pie.
Fentanyl.
So an entire. There's no way he eats an entire one.
Wait, did his stripper wife take over the team?
Great question.
And an entire pumpkin
I think it's
pie
like a personal pumpkin pie.
is 2,400 calories.
It's the most important meal of the day. It's where you got to start stacking calories.
You should definitely not eat that much for breakfast.
It'll get you energized for there.
Since he
Yeah,
died,
there you
though,
go.
can we rename it the Indians now? Now that he's
Engines.
dead? Yeah, dude. Let's go
Wait,
real.
is there anybody in Cooperstown with the Indians logo?
What? A ton.
Yeah, a bunch of
Tons.
people. Nap,
But do they have Chief Wahoo?
Yeah, I think it's Bob Feller, right?
Bob Feller, Nap LaJoy.
It's on a C on their hats.
Yeah.
It would have to be of a certain era, but because the Cleveland Indians didn't always have Chief Wahoo.
Yeah.
But there are definitely Cleveland Indians Chief Wahoo in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
On their bust.
Oh, yeah.
Steve O'Neill probably, because he was inducted. Well, no, probably not.
I bet they just have the C.
Yeah, it might be C for most of these. What years? Hold on.
I want to
What
find Chief
years
Wahoo, though,
did-
in the Hall of Fame.
So do I. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
He's very offensive, but he's awesome.
No, that's the greatest logo in
It is one of the better
So-
logos.
MLB history.
They only
We do
force-
have an early Chief Wahoo that is, oh boy, so much more offensive. Than, this
go.
is
They
on,
made it. They're the ones that drew the goddamn thing.
yeah,
It
this
wasn't
is
us.
on
Who?
early win.
The tribe.
Look at this.
tribe drew
Look
it?
at this
Yeah.
Indian
They had a
ghost on
personal
that.
best.
tribe artist
best.
draw that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they're a chief.
So it was the
no
Chief
way.
Wahoo logo was used from 47 to 2018, actually.
Yeah.
Not always on the hat though.
It was.
Right. And that's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
it was only featured on the hats from 51 to 58. So
And then again later.
no.
Oh, there we go.
The Wahoo was only 51 to 58. So
Frank Robinson.
Gaylord Perry maybe? No,
Maybe.
he wasn't there then. He was
They didn't let Tomei have it.
Damn.
I'm trying to think of. Oh, here's one. Al Rosen, maybe, because he was with him during that era.
Wait, Tomei
Yeah.
went in as an Indian? What the hell?
Jim Hegan was there during that era. 48. Herb Score, who I've never even fucking heard of.
It doesn't help that the Indians were ass for a lot of the time.
Curse of the Wahoo.
Curse to the Wahoo. I've got to go coach a child's soccer game, so I love you. And I'll let you guys figure it out for the next round, all right? Either you know it or you don't.
Yeah, I don't see a lot.
Either you're a Wahoo fan or you're not a Wahoo fan, and it doesn't sound like you guys are.
I am a Wahoo
I am
fan,
too,
yeah.
and I don't believe in these two, you know? It's just sitting there staring, dude.
Can I
It
get
should be on everybody's
I can
fucking
get that
bus.
hat, right?
all
I imagine I can get that hat now.
Oh, here we
You
go.
can easily get it.
You can find it somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. Bob Feller, probably Sam Rice, and Elmer Flick would be the three.
And Elmer Fudd.
That's not a real person.
That's not a
Elmer
person.
Flick is
No.
not a person.
No.
Elmer Flick hit 313. Okay?
We're getting Wahoo hats for the office here. We appreciate you tuning in. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Don't forget to use that promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For D'Anthony Holloway, Delco, Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday